Hello and welcome to the 20th Commonwealth Games, Glasgow 2014. For the next 11 days, we're inviting you to be our guest as we bring you all the excitement and pure emotion of one of the world's great sporting traditions. Against the backdrop of this fabulous city, a new generation of athletes has gathered, all dreaming of adding their own chapters to that remarkable history. Time now for the opening ceremony. Your commentators are Nicole Livingston, Liz Ellis and Gordon Bray.
Hello, everyone. Sorry to interrupt. This is all very exciting, isn't it? Here we are at the start of the 20th Commonwealth Games, at last. And right now, thousands of world-class athletes are here in Glasgow. And over the next 11 days, they'll be doing their best to come first. But you know what? Tonight, they're asking all of us watching together to take a moment to think about the children in our Commonwealth who usually come last. Last to get healthcare, last to get an education, last just to get a fair chance in life. So Glasgow 2014 has teamed up with UNICEF, people dedicated to putting children first. And now we'd like to team up with you, because the big idea is that for a single moment during our show, hundreds of millions of us come together to do something extraordinary, to make a positive difference to thousands of young lives across the Commonwealth. All you need to do is to keep watching and enjoy the party, and when the time comes, we'll tell you what we'd like you to do. But right now, and with no interruptions this time, I'm really proud to say, welcome to Scotland, welcome to Glasgow, welcome to the opening ceremony of the 2014 Commonwealth Games.
This is the start of the show, the grand opening ceremony, the bit where we list all the things we have done, all the reasons it's great to be Scottish. It's been a wee bit tricky though, it's caused considerable acrimony, because the list of the things we've to mention's the same as the list of the things that we've not. So the best thing to do, if it's all the same to you, is just tick them all off one by one. We're a land of inventors and poets and dreamers. We're enlightened, creative and fun. Welcome to Scotland. Welcome to Scotland. Welcome to Scotland. So come with us round Scotland. It's the land of hairy coos. We'll spend as much time in each place as our wee song allows. We've bagpipes and we've castles, there's monsters in our locks. Hello to you and welcome to the kingdom of the Scots. This is the capital, Edinburgh, where we march around castle with drums. This fabulous scenery, breathtaking views, go out and get air in your lungs. With culture and history, tartan and ghosts, in August the festival's fun. There's a palace of parliament, beautiful streets, trams and a 1 o'clock gun. Here's what we'll find Robert Burns. You'll know his words like old lang syne, they're sung when New Year comes. His odes to mice and haggis, ask to hear them when you're here. Or drop into Prusy Nancy's and have yourself a beer. Over now to Gretna Green, it's close to England's borders, where couples cross to wed, 'cause back home they had to be older. Here's to equality in Scotland! And oh, the Clyde, the wonderful Clyde, the sound of it thrills me and fills me with pride. Ha! Ha! From Glasgow to Greenock, with towns on each side, the hammer's ding-dong is the song of the Clyde. We made ships, such wonderful ships, with Clyde by Govan on everyone's lips. At Scotstoun and Finiston and Kelvinhaw, we built and we fitted and painted in awe. We riveted, hammered and welded and sawed till the rest of the world looked on overawed. 22,000 complete and unfurled to set up to sail through the rest of the world. Now on to the Highlands, we're leaving the lowlands. The mountains and glens stretch before ye. The mist swirls behind, out of sight, but never mind. Ah, the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. We come from a land of heather, where men wear kilts and women leather. Don't leave home without an umbrella. Be prepared for some Scottish weather. In the Western Isles, Skye, Arran, Rhys and Jura, the standing stones of Callanish, Muttlewis, Mile and Barra. The songs we sing are popular, they sing Andy Stewart the loudest. So everyone join in when we say, Donald, where's your trousers? Tiny ponies, hairy cows, as many dollies as cloning allows. Donald grows the most northerly point you can stand in our land without sinking. Swim for a while, you'll come to something else called the Orkneys and Shetlands, I'm thinking. Here is the land of whiskey, we Scavenga, water of life. Don't try it all, it's risky. Highlands, islands, Speyside, Fife? St. Andrew's our patron, the saint of our land, with a tea and a cart and an iron in his hand. Gossip game that you play with a ball and a club, and the point is to finish and go to the pub. Nearly out of time, let's take it to the bridge! We invented postage stamps and the Bank of England, the telegraph, the telephone, the television too. US Navy logarithms, marmalade and Neptune, the flushing toilet, fax machine, and Mac to name a few. We invented anesthetic, radio, fax inventions. Halloween and paraffin, Baker Light as well, whiskey, economics, Hamlet bridges, iron bridges, horsepower, fountain pens, and the Celtic scale. Okay, we didn't invent the wheel, we tasked to go around it. We went first to harnessing, the first to get it right. From imitating parrots to inventing innovators, it's global common knowledge that the Scottish mind is bright. Well done, darling. See ya. So that was the list of things you knew. But Scotland, the place we just led you through. We couldn't fit in all that we wanted to. We ran out of time, sorry, skipped out a few. It's a land of invention and culture, that's true. But all that matters really is that Scotland's full of people just like you. Welcome to Scotland. 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 Welcome to Welcome to Glasgow!
Yes, and Mount Glasgow has certainly erupted, as performed by famous Scottish actress Karen Dunbar and John Barrowman, born in Glasgow and well known for his appearances as Captain Jack on Torchwood and Doctor Who. And Nicole Livingston and Liz Ellis alongside. What a start!
An amazing start. We get a little taste of what to expect for this opening ceremony, Liz. A universe.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. It's really nice to see you. This is our home, and you're all very welcome. We've been expecting you, you know. Isn't that right, Glasgow? That's a few thousand friends watching the show live down the road at Glasgow Green. And the Queen's Baton. After a massive journey that's covered over 100,000 miles through the 71 nations and territories of the Commonwealth, we're expecting the Queen's Baton too. And if it doesn't turn up here safely in a wee while, we're in big trouble. And everyone, after months of training, these guys are all here too. Our brilliant Commonwealth athletes, ready for a couple of weeks of competition. So, after all those introductions, there's only one more to make. To all of you watching across the Commonwealth, whoever you are, wherever you're watching, come on in and meet the people of Glasgow.
Time to meet some real people in the streets of Glasgow. None of them are actors. Just real people.
Feel the rhythm of the city. Feel the love on the street. And when I sing your name aloud, my heart skips a beat. So let the sun shine down on Glasgow town. Open your heart and come along.
Gonna live my life until it's gone.
Raise my voice and sing this song. The rhythm of my heart
It's beating like a drum,
and the words I love you rolling off my tongue. Never will I roam, 'cause I know my place is home. Where the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing.
born in the shadow, born to the tide, and the ships that we've made still live inside.
Like a river that runs to the ocean.
I'm lighter than a feather, rolling down the tide.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, and the words I love you rolling on my tongue. Never will I roam, 'cause I know my place is home. Where the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing.
I can feel your arms open wide.
Brothers and sisters, won't you come inside? We're gonna shine like a million stars in the sky. Whenever I hear this song, I never go on. The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, and the words I love you rolling off my tongue. Never will I roam, for I know my place is home. Where the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amy MacDonald and the people of Glasgow.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, and the words I love you rolling off my tongue. Never will I roam, 'cause I know my place is home. Where the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Rod Stewart.
Yeah, I've got lightning in my veins. Can you feel it, baby? Can you feel a change? Love and motion, moonlight by the ride. I can feel it now, yeah. Nobody gonna stop us now. Rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum. With the words I love you rolling off my tongue. Never will I roam, 'cause I know my place is home. Where the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing. Restless dreams, keep climbing old. From the Erskine Bridge to the Firestone Road. And the dreams that we had are the dreams we have still. Dancing like the music, like ringing on the bell. Rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum. With the words I love you rolling off my tongue. Never will I roam, 'cause I know my place is home. Where the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing. Rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum. With the words I love you rolling off my tongue. Come on now. Never will I roam, 'cause I know my place is home. Where the ocean meets the sky, I'll be sailing.
Let's do it.
The rhythm of my heart beats like a drum. With the words I love you rolling off of my tongue. Never will I roam, 'cause I know my place is home. Where the ocean meet the sky, I'll be sailing.
Well, Susan Boyle, she's been a phenomenon, an amazing performer. Mull of Kintyre.
From the sea, my desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre. Far have I travelled, and much have I seen, dark painted mountains with valleys of green, past painted deserts, the sun sets on fire as he carries me home to the Mull of Kintyre. Mull of Kintyre, oh mist rolling in from the sea, my desire is always to be here, oh Mull of Kintyre.
Scottish regiments.
A tribute to the head of the Commonwealth as well, Queen Elizabeth. Susan Boyle, 5 albums.
Please welcome
21
the
million
pipes and
albums
drums
sold.
of the Scottish regiments, accompanied by representatives from the Braemar Royal Highland Gathering.
And that screen is a window on the world, 96 metres wide. And the floor here at the stadium, 300 metres in length, made of timber.
It won't be long enough for the athletes. They'll want more.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the head of the Commonwealth, Her Majesty the Queen, accompanied by His Royal Highness, the Duke of Edinburgh.
The Red Arrows fly overhead in a V formation, trailing blue and white smoke as part of the tribute to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth.
Crowned in February 1952. Her first games were at Vancouver, 1954, and she's overseen 16 Commonwealth Games. This is the 3rd time in Scotland.
And she's much loved in Scotland. Every year she attends the famous Braemar gathering.
And the 9 Red Arrow aircraft. Yes, Queen Elizabeth II now has reigned for 62 years and 5 months. She's just over a year short of Queen Victoria as the longest reigning monarch in world history.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Braemar Gathering Party, led by Robert Lovey, invite you to join us in the singing. Please be upstanding for the national anthem.
Robert Lovey has 12 solo albums and DVDs.
God save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen. God save the Queen, send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Glasgow, officially UNESCO's City of Music, and was dubbed by Time magazine as Europe's secret capital of music.
So the pipes and drums play as they march out by Gate 1, and the Braemar Ensemble falls in and follows behind them. But what's this?
Two dancers from the Scottish Ballet, Sophie Martin and Christopher Harrison.
I'm going to be 500 miles.
And when I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And when I come home, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I wake up, well, I hope I'm gonna be the man who's waking up to you. And when I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time I had with you.
Well, now the arrival of the Queen's Baton Relay. And remember, its journey started 288 days ago when it left Buckingham Palace with the Queen's message to the Commonwealth inside. Since then, it's visited all 71 nations and territories and covered some 191,000 kilometres. And over the last month, it's traversed the whole of Scotland, addressing all of the communities.
And made history this time, Gordon, visiting Rwanda for the first time ever in mid-January 2014.
Many countries declared a public holiday on the day that the baton turned up, so it's held in great regard.
It's visited 32 local authorities over the last 5 weeks here in Scotland.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now go live to the River Clyde, where the Queen's baton has finally arrived here in Glasgow. Bringing it ashore is a man who's almost as well travelled as the baton itself. Mark Beaumont holds the record for cycling around the world.
And the amazing thing is it's been the same baton all the way through. This is where it started.
The baton left Buckingham Palace
Buckingham Palace
288 days ago with the Queen's message inside it. Since then, thousands and thousands of people have carried it on an epic relay through all the territories and islands and continents of the Commonwealth. Now this symbol of friendship between nations is on the very last leg of its extraordinary journey, and in just a little while it will arrive here at the stadium, where Her Majesty the Queen will at last share her message with all of us. The baton is almost home.
Yes, very shortly, Celtic Park, which was founded in 1888, the home of the famous Celtic Rangers, will be back.
In a grand old Scottish way, is your back means call again soon, and your stairs means good cheer, but the simple words of welcome are the ones I long to hear. Come in, it's nice to see you. How's yourself? You're looking grand. Take a seat and pay a granny. Man, you're welcome. Here's my hat. I feel so close to you right now. Come in. And there's no stopping us right now. Come in. There's no stopping us right now. And there's no stopping us right now. There's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Flora, and I'm from Glasgow, and it is my privilege to welcome in the first team tonight. Come on in
Liz Ellis, as we await the Indians, chairs of all shapes and sizes have been brought out by cast members.
500 volunteer cast performers brought out chairs. The idea being that they are welcoming the athletes from around the Commonwealth with their own chairs.
And I love this idea. The country introduced, or the nation introduced, is introduced via a vest on a Scotty dog, a Scottish Terrier. India, as the last host of the Commonwealth Games in 2010, are the first to come out. Vijay Kumar, the silver medalist from the Olympic Games for shooting, is their flag bearer.
And nearly half of the entire population of the Commonwealth lives in India. 1.3 billion, just behind China as the most populous country in the world with 1.35 billion.
372 gold medals during their Commonwealth Games appearances that started in 1934. And not surprisingly, 101 of those gold medals were in Delhi 2010.
Well, that was their best ever performance, wasn't it? They finished second on the medal table behind Australia.
Yes, their men's hockey team is coached by Australian legend Terry Walsh. But the team suffered a huge setback this week when Golden Girl of badminton, Saina Nehwal, had to withdraw because of injury. She won the gold in Delhi.
Hello again, Glasgow. I hope you're really enjoying the show so far. Now remember, I told you earlier that something amazing is going to happen tonight. Well, this is where it all starts. The athletes of India are in the house, but before they're joined by the rest of Asia, I just want to remind you that tonight, Glasgow 2014 has come together with UNICEF to put the children of the Commonwealth first. It began when 6 of my fellow Scots, all of them from Glasgow, travelled across the Commonwealth to see for themselves the fantastic work that UNICEF is doing for all our children. First off the block was Katie, a sports teacher from Drumchapel, who went to Bangladesh.
When a child is in danger, you would stop at nothing to save their life. Flooding and unsafe water levels here mean that children are at risk of drowning every day. But tonight, you have the power to change that. You can help people like Jahanara teach life-saving survival skills to children. Push with the legs. Ready? Skills that seem so simple, but are a matter of life and death for these communities.
Hey, that's brilliant. Excellent.
It is so important that we keep this project going in order to prevent thousands more children from dying. Every child should have the skills they need to survive.
Tonight, at the end of the athletes' parade, we're going to come together, and this is going to be an historic moment, as one Commonwealth family to do something amazing. We're going to put children first. We can all donate simultaneously, all of us, across the planet, and in that instant, we can change the lives of millions of children across the world. Imagine that. But first, as the celebration continues, not just in Glasgow, but across the Commonwealth, Katie is joined by a rather special UNICEF supporter. Only one of the best cricketers ever, Sachin Tendulkar.
Hello, Glasgow. They say there's close to 1 billion of us watching the ceremony across the Commonwealth. So we have an incredible chance, an historic opportunity to show the world what a huge difference we all can make when we act as one to put children first. A little later, we'll show you how we can do that. But for now, it's time for us to say, back in Glasgow, please give a big shout out to the rest of the athletes from Asia.
Come on in, Bangladesh.
Yes, and first up, Bangladesh. The national sport is kabaddi, which is a form of wrestling originating from early Indian civilization.
But all 5 of their games medals have come in shooting, including a bronze medal won in the men's 10-metre air rifle pairs in Delhi.
We've got to say the Scotch Terriers are upstaging the Queen's Corgis from the London opening ceremony.
They are very, very cute. Liz, I just wanted to touch back on this initiative of UNICEF being involved with the Commonwealth Games. First time I've seen it happen where a charity has been so involved with the Games. A great initiative.
It's a fantastic initiative. I'm looking forward to the moment where everyone gets to take part in this just magnificent initiative. And there's some great stories as well.
Now Brunei, its athletes have been competitive in shooting, and Russell Mark, competing in double trap, has worked as coach to the Prince of Brunei, who's a very competitive marksman.
The Scottish Terrier getting a little bit of a lift.
That's a more elderly statesman, that one. A bit like my Jack Russell, who's 14, refuses to go upstairs.
Please give a warm welcome
the cyclist carrying the flag for Brunei.
Commonwealth Games, Malaysia.
And another cyclist, the track cyclist.
Fatiha Mustafa is the flag bearer for Malaysia. She was 15th in the Keirin at the London Summer Olympics, and you'll note that the Malaysian delegation are all wearing black armbands to honour the victims of the Malaysian Airlines flight MH17 disaster. There were sadly 43 Malaysian citizens amongst the 298 people killed.
Malaysia's first appearance was in 1966 at the Commonwealth Games.
Population of 27.5 million, and one of the emerging economies in the world.
They won 36 medals in Delhi, 12 of those gold.
Now the Maldives, the average height of the terra firma is 1.8 metres above sea level, so the Maldives is the lowest lying country on earth.
Hassan Said is the flag bearer representing athletics.
They're still looking for their first medal as they enter their 8th game.
And now Pakistan, and Glasgow enjoys twin city relationship with Lahore, which is the cultural heart of Pakistan, a population of 9.5 million. And their hockey team will be right up there.
And wrestler Azhar Hussain is the flag bearer for Pakistan.
60 medals in total at the Commonwealth Games history, 24 of them gold.
And just spotting there on the left, Maria Wazir, she's a squash player, and she had to pretend she was a boy when she was a youngster so that she could actually play sport and play squash. And when it was discovered she was a boy, a girl I should say, she had to have snipers protecting her home court. And she's now domiciled in Toronto, where she's coached by Jonathan Carr.
Singapore have now entered Celtic Park, and Lim Kim Wei is the flag bearer representing gymnastics, the first ever Singaporean to go to the Olympic Games for gymnastics. She went to London 2012.
Please welcome
Table tennis is a big sport for Singapore at these games as Sri Lanka come into the stadium.
Sri Lanka stands for Resplendent Island. Marco Polo said it was the most beautiful island he'd ever seen.
Sadesh Perez, the weightlifting representative from Sri Lanka, is the flag bearer. He was a bronze medalist in Delhi and the first ever winner of a Commonwealth Games medal for Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, the last of the nations from Asia to enter into the arena.
They're also playing Australia in the Rugby Sevens in Pool D.
I knew you'd get a slip in there somewhere for rugby.
Well, they've been a constant contender at the Hong Kong Sevens, the Sri Lankans, and rugby's almost their national sport in winter, surprisingly.
Isn't it funny? iPads, iPhones. Everybody getting their own take, their bird's eye view.
I was going to say this is the first truly social games with people from Scotland and across the Commonwealth being actively encouraged to connect through social media and create their own personal games experience.
Come on in,
Australia. Our flag carried by Anna Mears. Commonwealth Games, 4 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze. Current world record holder in the 500-metre time trial. She will race that tomorrow. Amazing, the turnaround. This means a lot to her. In 2008, 7 months before the Beijing Olympic Games, she had a crash on the track. She fractured her C2 vertebra. And she went on to do the rehab and then win a silver medal in Beijing. She says, although she's won gold medals at the Olympic Games, that silver medal is the thing that she is most proud of. Athens gold in the 500 time trial and London gold in the sprint.
And just magnificent to see her emotion when she was announced a flag bearer. She wasn't going to race. Athletes taking the opportunity to say hello to family at home, but when she was announced as flag bearer, she decided she was going to walk in the opening ceremony.
And the para-sports program will be fully integrated in these games, helping para-sports athletes achieve greater exposure on the international sports scene. It's the largest ever para-sports program. 22 medal events across 5 para-sports. I saw Kurt Burnley there, the champion long-distance athlete who's in the 1,500 metres on the track against his arch-rival from England, David Weir.
Now, Lizzie, my sport is not marching swimming, but the Meddies, despite about to have a game, they're marching. They never miss an opportunity for a party.
Netballers wouldn't miss this for the world, Nick. We don't get the opportunity to march to the opening ceremony of the Olympics, so this is it. So they did think about not marching, but the opportunity for a magnificent experience was just too good. So there were plenty of netballers waving there. But Gordon, you mentioned it was 300 metres around the track. Absolutely, these athletes would be loving every centimetre of that 300 metres.
Well, the Cook Islanders are certainly enjoying it, and one of their athletes is from the rugby sevens team, and he's one for Roy and HG of Hello Boys fame in the gymnastics. There's an athlete called Two Boys, Taya.
And Fiji joined the Commonwealth Games for 2014.
Now they're back after not competing in Delhi because they were fully suspended for the Commonwealth for failing to hold democratic elections, and this suspension was lowered in March 2014, which allows a lot of their teams to compete, but not all.
And now our Tasman brothers and sisters, New Zealand.
And their flag bearer is Valerie Adams, the great Valerie Adams, a shot putter. She's a 4 times world champion, 2 times Olympic and Commonwealth Games champion. And she's the first woman, Nick, to win 4 consecutive titles of the World Athletics Championship. She is a powerhouse.
She is a very strong lady. I'm sure that flag doesn't feel too heavy for her at all. But it brings us to the question, Liz. Silver Ferns, they are the big opposition to the Diamonds, but the girls not taking their eye off all of the other nations that they'll be competing.
Absolutely. Well, the Silver Ferns have been responsible for heartbreak for Australia at the last 2.
Sorry to remind
Thank you for bringing that up, Nick. Very good of you. At this friendly games opening ceremony.
But you got your
so
goal
friendly
in
here.
98.
And 2002, Gordon, don't forget.
And they haven't won since Lizzie was back on the team, so...
Papua New Guinea now.
And the flag bearer is Stephen Kari. He's 21 years of age. He's in the 85-kilo division of weightlifting. Went to the Olympic Games in 2012, finished 15th.
Samoa, meaning Sacred Centre. They dropped Western from their name in 1997, of course, located in the South Pacific. And their flag bearer is Eli Opolo, who is a weightlifter.
And now Nigeria, with its population of over 150 million, gained independence from the UK in 1960, one of the world's largest oil producers. And South Africa.
Population of 50 million people. Their flag bearer is, you know him quite well, Gordon, Rugby Sevens fly half, Cecil Africa. He's been in the Sevens team since 2009 and named International Sevens Player of the Year in 2011, so you're familiar with his work.
Please welcome Canada!
And one of the major players now, Canada, multiple host of the Commonwealth Games.
They're 3rd on the all-time medals table, 5th in Delhi, and their flag bearer is a fascinating woman, Susan Natras. She's a shooter. She's also a medical researcher in osteoporosis, has a PhD, 6-time Olympian. She's a trap shooter. She won the World Trap Shooting Championships, get this, in 1981 and 2006, so a 25-year age gap, and I'm not going to tell you how old she is.
She's white.
She is white. She's simply outstanding. What a magnificent athlete.
The Northern Ireland, they're still celebrating after Rory McIlroy's victory in the British Open, and what a fantastic performance it was.
That was his dad.
Yeah, £50,000 richer after that bet at 500 to 1.
Martin Irvine is the flag bearer from cycling. He's a pro cyclist.
And now Wales. population of 3 million. Rugby mad country.
Frankie Jones is leading them out, carrying their flag. She's a rhythmic gymnast. She won silver in Delhi and has announced that this is her third and final Games appearance. Incredibly popular in Wales.
Very nice opening ceremony uniforms as well.
Crowd's getting impatient. Here we go. Across St Andrews.
Ewan Burton is their flag bearer, and a proud one at that in his home games. The two-time Olympian, but this is his first Commonwealth Games. It's actually the first time that judo has been in the program since Manchester. Some of his best results came in 2010, but this would be the moment for him to walk away with a gold medal after carrying the flag of the host nation at the opening ceremony.
I don't know what the fuss was about with the uniforms. I think they look fantastic. I think the lasses look bobby. Gentlemen certainly look great as well.
I think the uniforms get a thumbs up from us, don't they?
Volunteers brought chairs in from their own home for all of the athletes.
And that comes from a story of a wedding that took place and there wasn't enough chairs.
One of the team members for the organising ceremony went to a wedding in a Scottish village and there weren't enough chairs, so
the call went out.
The call went out. The people went back to their houses, brought out some of their own chairs, and it was part of the great Scottish hospitality and the welcome. So that's what this is all about. And I think this opening ceremony has delivered just that. It feels very welcoming and very informal and irreverent and funny.
Well, in that initial planning meeting, apparently someone suggested, why don't we have the suggestion that let's all come round to a party at Liz Ellis's place.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are
That's
the
how it all
most
evolved.
On the farm, we could probably fit all the athletes to come off there, Liz.
You go close.
Of the Commonwealth. They've trained so hard and for so long to compete here in Glasgow over the next 10 days. So let's hear it for the athletes of the 20th Commonwealth Games. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage one of the most iconic voices in rock music, the incomparable Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart returns to stage to sing Can't Stop Me Now for the athletes of the Commonwealth.
The devil in my stream as I hollered out an old blues tune. We can't sign your son cause you don't fit in the mold. It's your hair and your nose and your clothes. I said thank you gentlemen for the opportunity. Now move on down the road. And I remember thinking, they can't stop me now. The world is waiting. It's my turn to stand out in the crowd. They can't stop me now. The tide is turning. I'm gonna make it proud. So proud, so proud. Oh yeah. It was rough and it was tough, but I couldn't get enough of this rhythm and blues I craved. I was singing in the pubs, singing in the clubs, then along came Maggie. All the things they said to me and all the things I heard had a point to prove. I will climb this mountain with this God-given gift if it's the last thing that I do. And I remember thinking, ha! They can't stop me now. The world is waiting. It's my turn to stand out in the crowd. They can't stop me now. The tide is turning. I'm gonna make you proud. So proud. my heart with pride, and it fired up my soul. Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks for the faith, thanks for the patience, thanks for the helping hand. Thanks for the love, thanks for the guidance, thanks for the Tartan pride.
Two-time inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and a Grammy living legend, Rod Stewart.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our amazing Glaswegian adventurers and UNICEF supporters, Sir Chris Hoy and James McAvoy.
Hello everyone! On behalf of every athlete here tonight, thank you for such a warm welcome. What an atmosphere. Glasgow, you're amazing.
You're not kidding. Glasgow, I've never been prouder to be one of your sons. You've been amazing. Now, although from tomorrow all of these inspiring guys around us will be competing against each other, tonight, as athletes, they want us all to unite behind a single cause, to help raise money for vulnerable children across the Commonwealth, simply to put children first. Because today, 18,000 children will die from preventable diseases. 18,000 lives lost. Millions more will not have the chance to go to school, and that's wrong. So tonight, we can help change that. Tonight, every single one of us has the chance to save a child's life. All we need to do is each give a small donation to help buy a vaccination, to help buy mosquito nets, to help children have a fair chance in life. This has never been done before. This many people in a single moment all coming together to make a life-saving difference to millions of children. So, wherever you are in the world right now, here is your chance to do it, and this is how you do it. Just follow the instructions that are up on the scene to donate by text or online. Now, are they up on screen yet, everybody? In Glasgow, you're the most generous city
So
I've
it's
ever been in.
UNICEF
Lead
and the
way.
Commonwealth Games put children first. Text FIRST in capitals to 1991 8899. That's FIRST to 1991 8899. And you can make your contribution on behalf of UNICEF, the world's leading organisation for children, working in over 190 countries. And every child will be enabled to reach its full potential, prioritising the most vulnerable and disadvantaged. And now a message recorded by the crew of the International Space Station.
Hello, Glasgow, from the International Space Station. I'm Station Commander Steve Swanson of NASA, with my crewmates Reed Wiseman of NASA and Alexander Gertz of the European Space Agency.
We are thrilled to be part of such a special evening when people all over our beautiful planet are showing us what humans can do when they come together.
From up here, 260 miles above the surface of the Earth, we just see one single planet, a place we all share. It's our home in the universe.
We wish you a great Commonwealth Games and the best in competition. Have a great night, Glasgow.
And that baton changing not encouraged on the track.
Very impressive, and what a great punch.
The first
Please
Commonwealth
welcome
country to put a man in space,
Benedetti.
India, in 1984 on a Russian spacecraft.
A special moment now as we start to welcome the flag, the Commonwealth Games Federation flag. Nicola Benedetti.
Commonwealth Games flag will be carried by 6 very special athletes.
She is one of the
Ladies
world's
and
most
gentlemen,
sought-after
the ceremonial
violinists of
flag
her
of the
generation.
Commonwealth Games Federation.
Led out by a very familiar face.
It's not quite jumping out of a helicopter.
No.
As he predicted before the opening ceremony,
Might
but
have been
it's
trickiness.
it's a great moment.
A representative from each of those territories, Commonwealth territories, Asia, Oceania, the Americas, Africa.
Representing the Americas, multiple
Carrying the
Paralympic
flag tonight
Commonwealth Games gold
are
medalist
representing
Chantal
Asia
Petitclerc.
from Malaysia, 7 times women's squash world champion and Commonwealth Games medalist Nicole David. Representing Oceania from Australia, multiple Olympic champion, world record holder, world champion and 4 times Commonwealth Games gold medalist Ian Thorpe.
I think there might have been a few more gold medals, maybe 6 more on top of that. He's a 10-time Commonwealth Games gold medalist.
Representing the Americas from Canada, world champion and multiple Paralympic and Commonwealth Games gold medalist Chantal Petitclerc.
And if you're thinking that she looks familiar, she's had so many great battles over the years with her own Louise Savage.
Representing
Chantal Petitclerc.
Africa from Kenya, double Olympic champion, world record holder and Commonwealth Games gold medalist Kit Kano.
Wow. It's nice to see him.
Representing the Caribbean, from Jamaica, 2-time Olympic gold medalist and multiple world champion sprinter, the Pocket Rocket, Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price.
She's the fastest woman on earth.
She'll be competing in the 4x100 relay.
And representing Europe, from Scotland, judo world champion and Commonwealth Games gold medalist, Graham Randall.
On gold at the 2002 Commonwealth Games. He's a member of the Scottish Sports Hall of Fame.
Judo is sport.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining Nicola tonight, the boys and girls of Big Noise Orchestra.
Members of the Big Noise Orchestra, young children from the Cuthbertson Primary, the Annette Street Primary, Holy Cross Primary, St Bride's Primary in Glasgow.
The aim of that orchestra is to transform children's lives through music. A nice touch, bringing the flag in over the top of athletes.
And a nice tune.
Loch Lomond.
Benedetti is the official musical big sister of the children in the orchestra.
So the flag is raised for the 20th time since 1930.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Billy Connolly.
Hello, everybody. So there was a man, Nelson Mandela. And do you know, this is the first time we've been together as a Commonwealth family since he died. So I've got to tell you a story about him and Glasgow. Back in 1981, when he was still in prison, Glasgow decided to award Nelson the freedom of the city. Now, this was the first city in the world to stand up and make such a public show of support for him. And it was a big deal. And then a few years later, Glasgow did it again. Because there's a street here which used to be called St George's Place. But in 1986, the city renamed it Nelson Mandela Place. Now, that doesn't sound much to rename a street. But this name change really mattered, because the South African Consulate General was based in that very street. So now its address had to include the name of the country's most famous political prisoner. I love that. And then at last, in 1993, Mandela walked free. And he came here on a rainy day to talk to a huge crowd in George Square. And at last he was able to personally accept the freedom of the city that he'd been awarded 12 years earlier. And he reminded us of what we'd done.
A city 6,000 miles away and as renowned as Glasgow refused to accept the legitimacy of the apartheid system and declared us to be free.
That day makes me feel very proud. Now imagine what Nelson Mandela would think of all of us here tonight, all colours, side by side. Everyone saying the same thing in so many different languages. Equality is for all of us. Freedom is for all of us. So here's a song which started as a tune Commonwealth soldiers heard going into battle in World War I. It was taken by one of our Scottish poets and turned into a song about the end of war and the start of freedom. Hamish Henderson wrote these words in Scots, but the message is for everyone. Freedom come all ye. So now, from South Africa, please give a warm welcome to Pimeza.
Clouds, he'll stay.
world medalist athlete with disability, accompanied by her guide, Michael Huggins. Donald McIntosh, coach and manager of our record-breaking shooters from 2010. And Victor Keelan, wrestling technical official. 3 people representing all the coaches, athletes and officials at these games. They will take an oath on their behalf.
We will take part in these Commonwealth Games in the spirit of true sportsmanship.
We will respect and honour the rules of our sports as we respect each other.
And we will show the world that the values of our Commonwealth are ideals in which we believe.
Our shared humanity, the respect we give each other.
Our shared equality, the level playing field on which we compete.
And our shared destiny to win, or to remember how we tried our best to win and left our mark here. This is our oath.
Glasgow 2014 oath has been updated to celebrate the core values of the Games: humanity, equality and destiny.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the Commonwealth Games Federation, His Royal Highness Prince Imran, the leader of Glasgow City Council, Gordon Matheson, and to lead us in paying respect to those who lost their lives on Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 last week, the First Minister of Scotland.
In a few minutes' time, we'll hear the words of Prince Imran as he introduces Her Majesty the Queen as head of the Commonwealth to open our Games. Prince Imran is not only President of the Games Federation, he is a Prince of Malaysia, a nation which has been touched by great tragedy in recent weeks. In last week's disaster, 43 Malaysians died. Almost 1/3 of the 298 victims were citizens of the Commonwealth. 193 came from our European neighbours in the Netherlands, who observed their own time of mourning today. Please rise now, please stand, as we observe a moment's silence to express our support and, above all, our solidarity with the loved ones of all those of every nationality who lost their lives. Thank you for that demonstration of respect, ladies and gentlemen. It is Scotland's honour to present the stage and the setting for the 11 days of celebration of sport and culture which are our Commonwealth Games. And this night, through the support for UNICEF, this city and this country has demonstrated its beating heart, because the Commonwealth Games belong to us all. So from the people of Scotland, let's affirm the most important message of all. Welcome to the Commonwealth of Nations. Falshaga Alapa, welcome to Scotland.
Your Majesty, Your Royal Highnesses, most distinguished guests, fellow citizens of the Commonwealth, on behalf of the people of this beautiful city, welcome to Glasgow. As your host, we've been looking forward to this moment. While you've been training and qualifying, or saving and making travel plans, the people of Glasgow have been getting ready to welcome you. Everything is in place so that you can perform at your best and have the time of your life in this beautiful and friendly city. The people of Glasgow are deeply grateful to the Commonwealth family, the Glasgow 2014 Organising Committee, and all our partners and friends who have worked with us. And we are especially delighted and honoured that Her Majesty the Queen and His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh are present. And so we are gathered here in this stadium and in front of television screens across the city and throughout the world. Our time has come. Let Glasgow flourish. And as for the games, bring it on!
Your Majesty, Your Royal Highnesses, distinguished guests, athletes and officials, people of Scotland, and citizens of the Commonwealth. In just a few moments, the 20th Commonwealth Games will begin. This is the culmination of a long journey which has seen so many people dedicate their hearts, passion, and energy to win and then deliver a Games that the Commonwealth will be proud of. I know very well the challenges that must be overcome to arrive at this moment. So my sincere thanks and respect to the entire team for bringing these games to fruition. The Glasgow 2014 Organising Committee, Glasgow City Council, Commonwealth Games of Scotland, the Scottish Government, and of course, you, the wonderful people of Scotland. Here we are, united once again as a Commonwealth family. Of you, proud athletes, I ask that you strive to be role models for the youth of the Commonwealth by competing with honour. Humanity, equality, and destiny. Wherever you are watching in this world right now, these are the values we share. These are values symbolized by our great tradition of the Queen's Baton Relay. The Queen's Baton has been on a spectacular journey through every nation, territory, island, and region of the Commonwealth. Just one baton, carrying one message, but touched by thousands and witnessed by millions. The baton symbolizes the call to our unique family of nations to join together at these games. I now have the honor to invite Her Majesty the Queen to receive the baton, read her message to the Commonwealth, and then formally declare open the 20th Commonwealth Games.
And now, bringing the baton home tonight, someone you met earlier this evening, a special UNICEF friend and a young lady who spoke so movingly on behalf of children everywhere. She's travelled from Jamaica to be with us tonight. Please welcome Jenica Sterling. Carrying the baton now, inspiring volunteers drawn from across Scotland who give their time to help develop our youth through sport.
And all of these people are volunteers who give their time freely to help young Scottish people find themselves and their true potential. There are 32 of them in all, and 15 are from the Commonwealth and Scottish Athletes Commission, and 15 are local Glasgow volunteers from different sports.
So 30 volunteers and 2 very special people to finish off the Queen's Baton Relay. Please welcome simply the most successful British Olympian of all time, Sir Chris Hoy.
Chris Hoy, winner of 6 Olympic Games gold medals, 11-time world champion.
And to present the Queen's Baton to Chris, please welcome his great-uncle Andy Coogan, nominated by Chris as one of his greatest sporting inspirations.
And he was the man who encouraged Sir Christopher Hoy to get involved in the cycling world.
Wonderful man. Was a prisoner of war in Japan for nearly 4 years and attributes sport as a great way to change people's lives. Last ran here 75 years ago at Celtic Park. What a great moment.
We'll now present the baton to Her Majesty the Queen and His Royal Highness Prince Amran. This is the easy part.
Well, it has travelled a very long way, so you want to make sure that that message didn't come out.
And it's quite a complicated puzzle mechanism at the top of it to get it out.
Oh, Sir Chris will be able to do it. Just turning into a little MacGyver, isn't he?
Well, the velodrome at the Commonwealth Games is named the Sir Chris Hoy Velodrome, so there is nothing he can't do. It's one of the busiest velodromes in the world.
One of those magical moments when it doesn't go according to the script.
And there was a look of relief on Chris Hoy's face, wasn't there? Oh, she's unflappable.
At Buckingham Palace last October, I placed this message in the special crafted baton and passed it to the first of many thousands of baton bearers. Over the past 288 days, the baton has visited all the nations and territories of the Commonwealth, crossing every continent in a journey of more than 100,000 miles. The baton relay represents a calling together of people from every part of the Commonwealth and serves as a reminder of our shared ideals and ambitions as a diverse, resourceful and cohesive family. And now that baton has arrived here in Glasgow, a city renowned for its dynamic cultural and sporting achievements, and for the warmth of its people, for this opening ceremony of the Friendly Games. To you, the Commonwealth athletes, I send my good wishes for success in your endeavours. Your accomplishments over the coming days will encourage us all to strengthen the bonds that unite us. You remind us that young people, those under 25 years of age, make up half of our Commonwealth citizens, and it is to you that we entrust our values and our future. I offer my sincere thanks to the many organisations and volunteers who have worked diligently to bring these games to fruition. And indeed, to the spectators here in the stadium and to the millions watching on television. Together, you all play a part in strengthening our friendships in this modern and vibrant association of nations. It now gives me the greatest pleasure to declare the 20th Commonwealth Games open.
Well, it all began 84 years ago, and we've arrived with a giant splash of emotion, fun, warmth and real Scottish hospitality. The Friendly Games are back in Scotland for the third time. And it's all about Glasgow 2014 now, and you'll see everything live on 10.
And the opening ceremony is a reflection of just how exciting these games are going to be. It's been a wonderful ceremony.
It has been, and when they clearly set out as the organisers to give us an opening ceremony that really said it's not about us, it's about you. The world can come to us, and we welcome you. And it really has given this ceremony its tone of voice, its humour and its warmth.
And highlights for you, Nicole?
It's always great seeing the athletes come out. The fireworks are always a highlight as we see them now. I think seeing Rod Stewart, little costume change midway through, went from the silver suit to the black and white. Susan Boyle was sensational as well. I'm not leaving you very much, Liz. I'm just going to talk about all of it.
No, good on you. Oh, well, that does leave me Andy Coogan. I do love that story, that he really is a great example of what sport can do, and he feels that sport will bring the world together, and it's such a great message in these times to take away.
Gordon, in the conclusion of this ceremony, there will be confetti that comes out, and part of that confetti, written on every piece of confetti, is a good luck message from a school child from Scotland. Most of the schools are Glasgow schools, and as that flies across the stadium, the athletes do get to pick up those pieces of paper and read those good luck messages. Here they are.
Yes, some 4,000 messages, 4,000 school kids in Glasgow, and the athletes will have a chance to sample one of those. They'll be real collector's items.
It's wonderful that the children have been brought in, especially with the UNICEF work that's being done around this opening ceremony. That's quite a unique thing for such a large event as this.
There's the Loch Ness plane that brought the Queen's baton into Glasgow.
Quite late at night now in Glasgow, so a pity the athletes that are getting ready to compete on the first day of competition, probably trying to sleep.
Well, it's the biggest sporting and cultural event Glasgow has ever seen.
Well, that's it for the opening ceremony. The Glasgow Commonwealth Games are officially underway. Day one of competition starts next. Greg Rust is in the chair with Glasgow Live.